life, you know, like you haven't seen
it for a long time.
You know, like relatives.
No,
okay, for example, Bill. Yeah. Fortunately, one of my wife's relatives died. I mean, unfortunately. Or was it her? Oh, no, they didn't die. They got married. I knew that it was either dead or marriage. That's the only time we get together. And so, you know, like you see these, she's got 5,000 aunts, and they're all huge. Anyway, you meet them, and they all say, oh, hi, Bill. How are you? You're losing your hair. That's the first comment I get. And I always think, that's not nice to say that. The milkman, I haven't paid him for a couple of months. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're losing your hair, Bill.
No, there's male-type baldness, and it afflicts, I think, 95% of us. And it comes through the female line, I understand.
Yeah.
Because my dad, he had as thick a hair as I ever saw.
Yeah, but you're 63. Wade, I'm 47, and Wade's 29. We're just kids.
Yeah.
And we're going bald.
I know. And we don't know Burt Reynolds personally.
Oh, he's
but
bald.
If he walked into this studio, would we say, gee, Burt, you really can't tell that you have a toupee?
No, we would say, I'll jump up and say, gee, Burt, you're going bald.
Oh, my friends would. They'd say, Burt, you're losing your hair.
Well, why do people say that?
Because you
know you're losing your hair.
Because that's what they see. That's the change. I get the same thing.
Yeah, you go older and you get all the hair goes up your nostrils and in your ears and
there's two things people say when they meet me.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gaining weight. You're losing your hair. That's what they do. I'm just telling you that.
We'll see what Debbie has to say about all this. Hello, Debbie.
What about Yul Brenner?
Well, what about you? That's what I was saying.
He died from smoking too much.
Very charming fellow.
Sure.
Okay, Debbie, you picked out one guy.
Well, no.
One guy, Yul Brenner. How about my Uncle Harry?
How about Telly Savalas?
Well, that's another star.
Burt Reynolds is bald.
He's got a wig.
I know he wears a wig, but he's been in some movies where he doesn't put the old rug on. He doesn't bother wearing the rug.
If he took his wig off, you girls would go...
No, he's been in movies where he didn't wear his wig.
No, he's very self-conscious about it.
Are you sure?
That's why it was...
Debbie, help me out on this.
No, I know.
I'm positive
he's never gone without a wig.
That's why it was such a big item when people found out that he did have a toupee.
He's so self-conscious, like most men. Debbie?
Yes?
Come on, now be honest.
No.
It's old age.
No, to me the hair isn't what's attractive.
Oh, yeah.
It's the eyes or the sense of humor.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
I'm walking down the street and the girls, oh, isn't he got a nice sense of humor? Come on. I haven't had a girl turn look at me twice for 40 years.
No, Debbie's talking about first impressions. And, of course, first impressions can be lasting. But then again, if you go on first impressions all the time, look what happens.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
It's awful being unwanted. Anyway, Debbie, how old are you?
32.
And have you got a bald-headed husband?
No.
Have you got a husband?
Yes.
Is he losing his hair?
No. It's starting to turn a little bit gray and...
He's losing the pigment.
Yeah, it's first time. Well, you know, if you're ever at the Alberta legislature, when they're in session, go upstairs in the visitors gallery and look down. It is the funniest thing you ever saw.
What do you see? Oh, the bald head.
The bald spots at the back of your head.
Yeah.
They're just like so many, I don't know, like so many dominoes or something. They got all these bald spots. And everybody gets it. Or I would say 95% of men get the bald spot up there whether they like it or not. That's what happens to them.
Except in our family, you don't go gray. Like, there's no gray in my family.
No, you haven't got any gray in your hair.
My mother's 76. She doesn't have any gray hair.
There you are.
It'll always stay brown.
You keep the pigment, but you lose your hair.
That's the thing.
And actually, that bald spot, that's the second common bald spot location. You know what the first is?
The Widow's Peak.
Right where Bill and I are suffering from it.
You guys get what they call the Widow's Peak.
Yep,
I've got him on the Widow's Peak, the top and the ends.
No wonder why they call him a Widow's Peak. Have you any idea, Debbie?
No.
You know what I'm talking about when I talk about the Widow's Peak.
Yeah.
Do you know what they call the parson's nose?
Yes.
Why do they do that? I think it's so bad when they call the backside of a chicken the parson's nose.
No, well, I grew up with Presbyterians, and they always used to call it that.
Did they?
Yeah. Anyway, so you think eyes and a sense of humor are what you go for in a man, and he can be as bald as a coot.
Sure.
Why do they say he's bald as a coot? Is a coot bald?
But Bill, listen to this woman. Debbie, you're walking down the street. Go back to what I said before. You don't know if the guy's got a sense of humor. How can he talk? He's just walking. You don't see him.
You don't get married or cohabit with a guy who's just happens to have nice eyes and sense of humor.
I've never walked down the street with friends of mine who are bald and had the girls turn and say, "Oh, isn't he cute?" They don't do that.
If you look like
Yul Brynner.
Burt Reynolds, you would.
Yeah, but he's got a wig. If he didn't have his wig, they would say, "What a fine looking old man."
I've seen all kinds of pictures of Burt Reynolds without his rug.
Never.
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 You never have.
Oh, I have.
Never.
Nope.
You have not. He's very self-conscious about it. I saw him talk about it in an interview. He said, "Nobody's even seen me, even my wife."
Even Lonnie Anderson has to turn out the lights
That's
before
right.
He was on the David Letterman show, and he didn't have his rug on.
No.
I'm sure.
No. No, he's never been without it.
You guys are wrong.
No, I'm
you
right.
are wrong.
I'm right.
Right, Farley.
I'm right, you're wrong. That's all right, Farley.